Hello everyone and welcome back to Sochi for the final event of the day, and that is the CGP3 qualifying session. It is still absolutely pouring out there, and this could make things very interesting. Because it is still absolutely pouring out there. Here at the Sochi Autodrome. And it could be in for a very interesting session for today's CGP3 qualifying session. Just waiting for the thing to do it, for my PC to do its thing, and it doesn't look like I may have to restart the game because it's just crashed. We are almost ready. Here in the wet conditions with the 30 cars. In terms of driver changes, there is none of them. It all is as they were the last time out, like in CGP2. So we are almost ready for the final event of action of the day. We had this dry CRC practice, but CGP2 and CGP3 has not been the same. And the interesting thing is, the CGP3 race is tomorrow, where there's still rain expected, so we could see a wet CGP3 race tomorrow for the second race of the season. We could possibly be looking at a wet CGP3. For tomorrow. But we are almost ready. For the qualifying session here at the Sochi Autodrome. Of course, we do actually have a home driver. There is Lisa Temnikova on the grid, obviously in her home race. So she'll be obviously wanting to put on a good show. So here we go, we are about to be ready for the CGP3 qualifying session. And we are underway. We've got a car out on track ahead. So Alex Chittook is first out on track. In the D-Tech, of course. That's not Chittick's Plut. Bit of an issue with the naming of the drivers. We need to sort that out quickly, and it's going to come up on the screen as it usually does, which it shouldn't do. So this is Benny Plut. In the D-Tech. Let's see what sort of times we're actually going to see in this CGP3. Whether we're going to see, because we saw 55s in CGP2, so I'm presuming what we're going to see today is so. But this is the sort of conditions where a faster, but because there's less power in the cars, it could actually help the cars. They're in like these sort of conditions because there's less power. But they obviously are not going, don't seem to be as planted as CGP2 were, even in the wet. The dry line has disappeared a little bit. Well, a bit of override there in terms of the wet conditions. Now you're on board with Benny Plut. He's heading into the final part of the lap, so what sort of lap time is this going to be? Compared to CGP2 earlier. Kind of actually going to be similar, I think. Maybe a little bit down. So 58.6 for Benny Plut in the D-Tech. Ollie Thomas is on second. Let's see who else is on the lap. Ben Evans is on the lap at the moment. There's Bacchini to the 58.3 in her MAT. It's still raining. We've had a lot of rain this afternoon. Jenna Blake to the 58.2. So now let's see what Ben Evans, because he's on a good lap. Ben Evans is. So Blake, Bacchini, Rolick, Plut, Shippico. So into the final two corners goes Ben Evans. And he goes up into second in the KC Junior. Oh, it's got Quinn Bayliss there. This should be Harry Herdman. Not sure why it says Bayliss there. Quite honest, And obviously whenever I go onto there, it's going to come up on the screen. That's why. There's a typing error. Now it's up as someone else. Pacini has gone to the top. The same Quinn Bayless had gone to the top. Pacini has gone to the top now. Now I think it's similar to CGP2. We've now got a phase where everyone's improving. And Joey Vronick now goes to the top. It's improving. So it's Blake ahead of Vronick. Pacini. I think that's Morgan in fourth. In the Amlin Fox. Evans. Farnham. Moss. McDonald. Chippico and Ellis. Benny Pluck's improving. Ben Evans goes up to second. Benny Pluck goes up into fifth. Will Sarawi improving. No improvement. It'll get to a point where all these drivers' tyres, I believe, are going to start going. Benny Pluck goes up into fifth. Vronick goes up into second. So Evans and Vronick seem to be battling it out for second at the moment, but Vronick's improving at the moment. Seems the track is getting faster. He's Jenna Blake with the top spot at the moment. Pacini goes up into second. Ellis has gone up into fourth, but what's Vronick gonna do? He goes to the top. Does Joey Vronick? Joey Vronick now takes the top spot. Ben Evans is on a good lap. Let's see what he can do. Third. What can Lisa Temnikova do on her home event? Getting held up a little bit. By these silver speeds. But it's at the moment Joey Vronick, who is on provisional pole at the moment in the MAT. Jacob Arnott is on an improvement. He goes to the top. Wow. In his silver speed. In the silver speed. Great lap there from Jacob Arnott. Here's Matt Jones. The track is actually improving. This is different to what we saw in CGP2 where the track got worse. It's improving as the drivers go around. So Jacob Arnott is the driver on provisional pole at the moment. Here's Matt Jones. Alex Chittock, last round's winner, is on track. What's Lisa Temnikova going to do? She's got Hazel Baldwin ahead. $15. Matt Jones has gone last. So what? But it's Alex Chittock we need to keep an eye on in the D-Tech. Connor Ellis now goes to the top. In the LAT, the track is getting faster. I'm totally sure of it. Joey Vronick is on a lap as well. He's got a whole load of cars ahead. But it's not going to affect him on this current lap. He goes up into second. Shifika improved. This is good. I think Taiwan has been turned off here. This is drivers just setting laps. To improve. Here is Chittock. What's he gonna do? In his D-Tech. So, he heads towards the end of the lap. For D-Tech. Yellow out there. Oh, they're aquaplaning off. At turn 1, that was Piccini and Gord going off. So Veronica aquaplanes off. Piccini and Sympathy does the same. But what about Chittup? What can he do? In that D-Tech. He goes 5th. I was expecting it better. Austin Harper's gone up into 4th. I don't know how this is all going to end up, personally. Here's Gina Dicker, who was impressive in her first race. But has struggled a touch so far in the wet. So, she's improved in the second sector. She now heads into the final corner. Puts her up into 25th. Alex Chittup's on a good lap again. Could he possibly improve? Heading into the penultimate corner. And now up towards the final corner, turn 19. He goes 2nd. This is getting really close now. Ronick is struggling in traffic a little bit. McDonald is fighting as... Here's Danny McDonald, who's trying to fight his way through traffic. So, here's Danny McDonald. So 9 minutes left. Piccini has gone up into 2nd. But at the moment, it's looking good for Conor Ellis. two side by side M&M Foxes. Getting quite close to each other. There's this train of cars. I believe McDonald's got himself out of it now. No, yeah, it's a different train that McDonald's in. We've got 7 minutes left to go of this session. It's Connor Ennis currently in good shape. As Harper gets down the inside. Oh, side by side between Jenna Blake and the Coombs Academy of Austin Harper. Yellow outline, that is Austin Harper's gone off. And his session's over. Aquaplaning off in the wet conditions. Is here on board with Aaron Bird. So, 5 minutes left. Is now Thomas trying to defend his track position. The top 10 seem to have stabilised. And Bacchini now goes to the top as I say that. Bacchini goes to the top. We have a yellow out there for a brief second. So, Alicia Bacchini, at the moment, could this possibly be her second CGP3 pole? Arnott has lost his front wing. He got bashed round by a master force of Brothy, then went into the wall. To the moment it is Bacchini who looks in good shape. Farnham up into 4th. Ben Evans is on a clear lap. He's improving with 2 minutes to go. What can he do in his Casey Jr. car? In that black and yellow Casey Jr. car. A little bit down on his previous best. What is Ben Evans going to be able to do? As he heads into the penultimate corner. Into the final corner. What can he do? No improvements. He remains 8th. Not long till the checkered flag. Everyone will probably be on their last laps now. Remember, they can finish their lap and not get forced to pit. Gaspar Medialia up in 13th. I don't think we're going to see any more improvement. So I think that is it. I think this means Alicia Bacchini is going to take pole position here at the Sochi Autodrome for the CGP3 race tomorrow. In what might be a wet race. It's Bacchini who has taken pole. Ahead of Conor Ennis and Alex Chittock. Farnham in 4th, Rollick 5th, Arnish 6th, Harper 7th, Evans 8th, Flynn 9th, with Hanowin rounding out the top 10. And that is your grid for the CGP3 race, which takes place tomorrow. Anyone else? McDonald down at 11th. Jenna Blake, she was on pole earlier, provisional pole, down in 15th. Herdman in 12th. Temnikova will be a little bit disappointed with 18th on her home race. But it's Bacchini who is on pole. Alicia Bacchini, what a good qualifying for her. It's her second career pole after she was on pole in Turkey last year. Of course, that is it for today's action. We're off and running in Sochi. We'll see you tomorrow for practice 2, and then after that we will have the CGP3 race. We will have the first race of the weekend. That is going to be the CGP3 race. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for the first CGP3 race. Goodbye. For the CGP3 race.